Whoa, look at all this garlic. Garlic is such an amazing food. It's so small and yet it packs such a punch that the flavor always tends to linger, but it's so hard on your finger. So stick around and I'll show you some of my tricks and some of my considerations when it comes to garlic. This is altogether a whole nother aspect of garlic peeling, which is garlic planting. I planted my own garlic so that it makes my processing time in the kitchen a lot faster. I use purple gazer and music varieties is because they peel faster. There's about 10 or 12 different varieties of the fast peel garlic, which are hard neck garlics. I like the hard neck garlic for two reasons. Is because it not only peels quickly, but you also get the usage of the scape. The scape, which is the flower that comes out right before it's ready to harvest, I turn it into garlic butter and then run it in the restaurant. But let me bring you in closer in so you can see this garlic that we planted last year. And this is a close-up of our garlic. This was planted sometime in late October, November of last year, and will be harvested sometime June, July of this year. And once it's harvested, we just hang it out to dry. And let's go see last year's harvest. And right behind me is our neighborhood herd of elk. They sometimes frequent our garden. One got in last year, kind of did some small damage to my garlic. But they're cool to watch. They're so super beautiful. But remember, they're cool to watch. Don't eat them. Go vegan. Back to the garlic. So this is where I store my garlic for most of the year. I just tie them up in bunches when they're harvested, and I string out a cord right here, and I just hang them over, and they're just hanging out here just to dry and stay in the cool breeze so it doesn't get wet. There's a lot of airflow going through it so it doesn't get rotten at all. And like I said, I like the hard neck garlic for the scape. And let me bring it closer so you can kind of hear it snapping. That's the snap of the hard neck. Anyway, so we'll go back to the kitchen and I'll show you what I do with the garlic. So here we have a portion of last year's harvest, and I'm just going to show you how I go about peeling it. And so what you're going to need now is some tools. You're going to need a turning knife and a paring knife and some garden shears. And so what you're going to do next is you're going to just take your garlic, cut the scape off, watch those fingers, put them on the side. Then you're going to take either your paring knife or your turning knife, and what you want to do is just get right under the root base. And what you want to do is remove the entire root system that exposes only the garlic. And because this is a hard neck garlic, what I'm going to show you next is so that's why they call it a hard neck. You don't normally get these in the store. You normally get the soft neck garlic, which are a little bit harder to peel. And as you can see, as I'm taking the roots off, some of the paper is coming off. That's how easy these are to peel. So of course you can use whatever implement that you want, a hammer, a heavy piece of metal. I'm just going to use a a rolling pin here. Just give it a quick whack. And as you can see, most of it is already falling off the peel. So this again was the music. Look at it. Look at it. It's like seconds. So just as easy as that, this is the purple gazer. Just like that, super easy. Not even hurting my fingers. So that's basically how I do it. So that's how I peel my garlic, just like you. Except I use an easier peel garlic, which is the hard neck garlic, and it saves my time in the kitchen. We're going to be doing a lot of videos on this channel using a ton of garlic. But what I wanted to share with you now with some natural remedies that can totally save you money and may save your life even, using garlic. And this is the first remedy: ear aches, ear infections. Take a clove of garlic, get your ear, stick it in your ear, just wear it for a day. Don't put them on your eyebrows, put them in your ear. That's where your pain is, that's where your infection is. And it'll actually absorb and penetrate your ear and eardrum and remove your pain and your discomfort and any type of infections that you have in your ear. Another thing you may want to consider if you have a lot of ear infections. When I was a young teenager, I used to have a lot of polyps in my nose and ear problems. So I just basically went off of dairy somewhere when I was like 20, 22, and it all cleared up. So maybe you can consider that, getting dairy out of your diet. Give it a try. And for my last remedy, we're going to take 2 bulbs of garlic, 1 for each foot. Now this is going to go on your feet. I'm going to use my hands because I'm standing on my feet. So basically what you're going to do is peel the garlic, pulverize it in a food processor or a knife. And what you're going to do is get it like pretty close to fine as you can, or finely chopped. Then you're going to take just a plain old napkin, paper napkin. You're going to put it on the napkin, smear it like so, fold it in half so it'll fit your foot. Next thing you're going to do is take some oil, either coconut oil or olive oil, and just kind of rub it against your foot, and this is just going to be the carrier for your feet. Then you apply the napkin to your foot, and then the next trick you got to do is remember your foot, not your hand. I guess you could do your hands, but you're going to be immobilized. So once you get it on your feet, cover it with the saran wrap, cover it with a sock, and then go to bed, and it'll work overnight. So you should be actually tasting garlic within 3 to 5 minutes, like really heavily. And this works really good for colds, coughs, flus. It's a really easy therapy, super cheap again, and totally safe. You can even do it for your kids. But just remember, get the napkin against the skin. Don't put it like directly to your skin because it's going to burn. Anyway, good luck, good eating, good garlic.